Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back to you guys for another video. And so this video, what I'm going to talk about is that I'm going to talk about the active duty versus the reserves side of the military. I'm going to try and address this between health benefits, education benefits, and then money, in that order. And just to give a quick statement, this video is totally opinionated. Of course, it's going to have facts in it, but a lot of this is also going to be opinionated. So don't get in your feelings when I say something that you don't like or you don't agree with. This is just how I feel about certain things. This is just how I feel when it's active duty versus the reserves. Now, this is going to be specifically targeted toward the Army strong of us, because I am in the Army. So if you're in the Navy, the Shore Guard, the Chair Force, or the Marines, then I can't really address those branches. There could be other pays and other things in those branches that I don't know about. What I'm talking about is active duty versus the reserves in the Army, which I'm pretty sure they're all close, but there could be some other extra incentives that I don't know about. So let's jump straight into it. Let's talk about health benefits. When you're talking about health benefits, it's going to be pretty cut, clear, straight to the point. The reserve side, you guys are going to have to pay into the TRICARE program that you're in. Now, TRICARE is the company or TRICARE is the company or program or system that manages the military's health care. Now, it's equivalent to maybe like an Optum or Anthem. It's just another company that does it. It's nothing crazy. You don't pay into your health care when you're on active duty or AGR orders, okay? So, say for example, say you go to basic training or you go to AIT, or you're on reserves and they push you to active duty. You're not paying for your health care. At that time, you are not paying for it. But once you're off that, and once you're off those schools and off that initial training, or you're not on those active orders, then you're back paying into your health care. It's really simple like that. And when you're active duty, you don't pay for anything. Everything's good. Your whole family is covered. Your son, your daughter, your wife, your second wife, and your third wife. So anyway, health benefits is just quick and easy, just like that. Now, let's move to education. Education, now this is a very complicated thing to address. I've shot this video 7 times and I've stopped it every single time for education benefits. Now, I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. When you're joining the reserves, 9 times out of 10, you're going to join the reserves for your education benefits. But one thing you have to keep in mind when you're joining the reserves for the education benefits, when you're joining active duty for the education benefits, you have to have been in the military for 1 year, not including basic and AIT. You have to have been in the military for 1 year. 1 year. Not including basic and AIT, to get your education benefits. Okay? That's extremely important when you're choosing to join the military. Now, if you're in it for the long haul, that's good. You know, everything's good. But if you're not, then, you know, reserves is a 6-year obligation, so you're pretty much stuck. And I just wanted to address that before there became any confusion, because I feel like people will go up to recruiters and see all these nice, special education benefits, and, you know, they aren't going to be doing it. You know, they aren't going to get it. They aren't going to get it till they've been in the unit for a year. You know, you don't want to be the soldier that goes to basic AIT, comes back, starting college, and is immediately thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna use my GI Bill and get my kicker for college. nah Jody, nah Mary, nah John, nah Joseph. It's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. You have to have been in for a year. And after you've been in for a year, then, bam, you're good to go. You can use your benefits. And that counts for active duty. So when you're talking about active duty and when you're talking about reserves, you can get 3 things on your contract. You can get TA, tuition assistance, you can get the GI Bill, and you can get the post 9/11. Now, TA is only when you're on active duty orders. The TA is going to cover $4,000 per fiscal year, October to October, which is usually increasing. So check in with your nearest recruiter to get the actual amount. But it's $4,000 plus $500 book stipend. Then you have the GI Bill. The GI Bill and the post 9/11 both pay for tuition, but the post 9/11 you have to be on 180 days consecutively, not including basic and AIT, to get it. So all you reserve people, it doesn't really count towards you guys because it's harder to get when you're on reserves. Now, with this GI Bill, the GI Bill, you get it, but you have to pay $100 for 12 months, and then you get it. Then it's eligible for you to use. Now, there are certain percentages at which you can use these things out. Now, to get the, when you first initially get it, I believe it's somewhere between 50 and 75% of the tuition you can get. But then again, check with your nearest recruiter to make sure exactly the amount you can use after you're earned it. Say for example, you've done 180 days consecutively in the military, so then you're now allotted the post 9/11, so you're allotted a certain percentage of it. It's not automatically maxed out. You're not automatically going to get all of the benefits of it. Same with the GI Bill. You paid into it for 12 months. Now, I think you only get it for 36 months at the beginning. Check with your nearest recruiter to figure out exactly how much you are going to get exactly. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the difference between the GI Bill and the post 9/11 if they both pay for tuition? So, with that post 9/11, you get BAH with it. Now, if you don't know what BAH is, it's housing allowance. And to get this BAH, you have to be a resident of the college, meaning you have to have at least one class taken at the college, then the rest can be online. Now with the GI Bill, you get what's called a kicker, which is an extra $100 to $300 a month. That's like an incentive. So the BAH on the post 9/11 bill and the kicker on the GI Bill are incentives for you to do those things. Now it's dependent on what's on your contract. You have to, get it on your contract. Now when you're also trying to get education benefits in the military, keep in mind that you're also going to apply for financial aid. So on top of financial aid and the Pell Grant and things like that, you also get the military benefits. So just make sure do not go into the military and go into college not applying for the FAFSA. You also want to fill out your FAFSA and get the money you can get that way too, so you can bring home extra money. You maybe get a cool refund check. Now let's break it down to money. Now this is a very important fact here, okay? When you're going active duty, you're not really going active duty for education benefits. You're looking for a full-time job to help take care of you or your family or whatever else you're trying to do. So you can look up the pay chart. I couldn't possibly list all the money you're getting for every pay grade. The biggest thing is when you're making money, active duty is full-time, reserves is part-time. You're going to get 1 week in a month and 14 to 21 days out the year. Now, let's keep this in mind. Reserve units do deploy, okay? They have an op tempo, and there's no way for you to know when the reserve unit's going to deploy. So don't join reserves thinking that you're not going to deploy. Because son, You might just deploy every 3 to 4 years. A reserve contract is usually 6 years. So you may deploy. So that's it, everybody. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you guys can hit me up on Snapchat or Instagram. I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability. Your best bet is actually to go to a recruiter for this information, because I only know but so much, and they'd be able to go in depth for you. If you are in the San Fran area in California, I know a really good recruiter. I have a really good recruiter if you guys want to talk to her out in the San Fran area of Cali. Like Bay Area, I think is what it's called. So I'm gonna leave her phone number in the description. Now, if you're in that area, hit her up. Go in her office, talk to her. She'll give you the best possible, she'll be straight up with you. She's extremely legit. It'd be almost like you're talking to me. And if you're in the DMV area, in the Virginia Beach area, I do have another good recruiter for you guys to go see. That's Virginia Beach and San Fran on the West Coast, and then Virginia Beach on the East Coast. That's if you're in those areas. Living in those cities or near around those cities, I can point you to some good Army recruiters that will tell you straight up how it's done. Now, like I was saying earlier, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram, a YouTube comment, or a YouTube message. I will get to those, but it won't be immediately as on social media. Please do not contact me on Facebook. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but do not contact me on Facebook. I give you all other types of social media. And then again, like I always like to say at the end of my videos, don't live the same year 75, 80, 85, 90 times, and then go ahead and try and call it a life. My name is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, and I'm out, guys. Peace.
Mr. Kid Thunder 2.5. Here to tell you a video about National Guard and
active duty versus reserves.
Active duty versus, god damn it, bloopers.